Hey everyone, how's things today? Hey riders, let's get this, folks. Just jumping in here. I know I'm a little bit behind. Tried to play my intro there. Said, yeah, we don't need an intro today. I didn't even put a nice snazzy shirt on today, but I got a nice one here. Metallica shirt. Let's rock, riders. You guys can listen. Oh, I don't even have my main light set up. I got the overhead light on right now. Okay, guys. I'm trying to do something here for you. Let's get into Nighty Or for a second. So you guys are looking at that. I'm going to open this up, and we'll take a look where we are here, folks. So let's get into Nighty Or. Mic is on. That's good. Just give me a second here, guys. Just trying to get this all figured out. Window capture. Should be this. Boom. There we go, folks. Okay, riders. What are we doing today? I better figure that out myself. This is the finale for the final race of the National Teams World Cup. So there's been two qualifying races. Teams were scored, I believe, on the top three riders, points-based per team to get through to the final round. This is the first time it's been done, put on by Nighty Or. We've got a brutal route today. And how can I put this nicely? How can I put this nicely? I'm trying to put this nicely for you. What are we seeing on screen? Okay, so we're good. How can I put this nicely for you? Why did we let Mamaki select the final route? Because he loves climbs. This looks brutal for you guys, a little bit brutal for me. This is going to be a long, long ride. You know what I need to do? I need to go turn off that overhead light and put my main light on. So give me a second here. I'm just going to make sure I know what's going on. I've had some troubles. Oh, Tanya's here again. Sputnik. Yes. Yeah, John, you're right. John's at work today. John, hope the sales are going well. I hate all this stupid stuff in the world. These stupid tariffs. I'm so annoyed by it. Like, really annoyed by it. I always joke about becoming the 51st state. Yeah, as long as I get full access. But dude, I'm telling you right now, if you guys don't know, I don't think most Americans know, Canadians are livid. A lot of us, I'll include myself, are just furious at all the crap that's going on. You know what I think is funny? I don't like Trudeau at all. I don't like using the word hate. That's a bad word. I don't like Trudeau at all. But his speech back to Trump was one of the best things I ever heard. First time he stood up and had a set on him and said, nah, don't mess with us. And he can only do that now because he's leaving. He's going to be out of power probably within the next week. So we'll see what happens in Canada going forward. Yeah. Okay, let me go turn that light out. Let me get into the race itself. Actually, no, I do want to look at some more Nighty Or stuff. We got 4 minutes to go here, folks. Sorry, I got you on this goofy setup here right now. We don't want to be in there. We want to be in Nighty Or. So, guys, get into Nighty Or. Here's the events. We're going to scroll down. Check out the NT World Cup. So this is the National Teams NT. National Teams NT. Get that in your brain. World Cup 2025 finale. We can see the teams here. Now, I'm not really sure if these teams we're looking at here are all the teams that made it. Yeah, I think they did. I think there's 16 teams. Is that what I'm seeing here? Some really strong looking teams here. I browsed them here. Alone United, that's the multinational team. So we've got a Canadian team. So cool. You know what's really neat about this too? I'm looking at some of the riders here. I'm like, I didn't know they were from there. I kind of forget all this stuff I'm looking at. Remember everyone's names. A-Team USA looks really strong as well. Ben, Nizzy G, Nelson Snyder, Duke Norton, and Darth. I don't know R Lions, and I don't know JD Hoodlum. But that's okay. The Czech team, looking good too. Kona Blight, see that guy a lot. Tonda, I know Tonda very well. Ratim, and who doesn't know Karel Susik, right? Jay Novak, I've seen around, just don't know that name as well. The Danish Vikings, strong too. Like, take a look at this team. Niels Brenham, Forby, Thomas Lynn, Tudens here. I'm not sure if he's racing or not because he's only got, Tudens definitely more than 2 watts per kilo. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he was just doing like a nice easy race. Dolph Vader's there as well. French team, Aurélie, great ladies rider here. There's Velosport 34 Lattes. See them a lot. Sil 3030, ultra lightweight, 49 kilograms. L Roland, always at the front. Finish Flash, 4 riders. Germans, ooh, yeah. Strong. Hardy, Stefan Schmidt. Yes, Stefan. Heike Hart's here too. Great. Flying Skywalker. Again, some names I don't know. Like Wadenbeiser. I said that. Ooh, Wadenbeiser. I like that. The Netherlanders here too. Svard. Hans. Great to see you guys. How's my time? 8:28. Got 2 minutes to go, folks. Let me just jump into ROUVY itself. I'm going to get into watch mode here so I don't miss all this action. Got myself a little bit of Gatorade. Had a couple of drinks last night, folks. Down to 133 to start. Check out the profile. Stunning. Oh yeah, my light. There we go. There we go, riders. How's this? I'm going to get into the course now itself. Let's turn that off and we turn this back on. Boom, here we go, folks. You can see the orange, the little red glow. You can see it on my hands. Take a look at that. The red glow. That means the mic is on, folks. If you ever see that light off, message me. Discord, Messenger, I don't care anyways, because it's very easy to tap it off. I wonder if there's a turn off thing where I can say disable that feature. 50 kilometers, 1,037 meters of climbing. Thank you, Mamaki. This looks brutal. I want to make sure I'm capturing this right. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. ROUVY is captured, no problem. Everything looks good. My face is up top there. Yeah. Let's get this, riders. Let's get it. This is going to be epic. Hopefully everyone works together as a team. Now, I think the points get scored. I think it starts at 245 and works its way down. I don't actually know what the increments are, but so your team needs to place right up there. You need all 3 riders to get up there. Only 3 riders count. Now, if I'm wrong about this, just scream at me in the comments and I'll correct it. Hopefully, David's watching us. His point scoring system. So we're doing Torture, Tamins to Descentis. Let's just get it all worked out here. I'm going to jump into the chat for a little bit. I've got Nightior open as well, so I can take a look at some of the riders. You know who I think looks really strong? I think Norway looks extremely strong. Guys, this is just my analysis of it right now. We're just going to let the video play. If they're all here, and I don't know all of them, but Team Norway consists of Bear Remy, Batiscum, Erland Sundstrom, and Karian Kannebog. I mean, put Karian in there too. Those 4 riders I just mentioned. Well, okay, get down to it. Bear Remy, Batiscum, Erland Sundstrom, top 10 finishers every Muckers Thursday Worldwide Championship race. Every week. So they got 3 in there. Team Wadabear, Estes Denard, looks really good too with Breers, the Old Gits, Chris Dark, Clive Ribbons. That's pretty strong. Like Breers, I see that rider win Muckers races, especially on the climbs. It was Breers who actually beat the young climbing girl. Forget her name offhand right now. I think I gave her a fake name during the race. But yeah, let's call it Team UK, Team Norway, extremely strong. Some of the other teams, I don't know the riders as well. Maybe it's just because they don't race where I'm doing coverage. Yeah, very, very strong teams there. Polish teams got Shunik on it. Yeah. Perennial, top 3 finisher on the Muckers races. Not sure how strong the team's going to be around to support him. The Italians, Isidoro Panaris, Gianluca Peruta. Love that. Oh, so many great names there. Let's get to the race, folks. Let's get in there. I'm not even watching right now. I was in the other screen. So I am going to see new names here today. Maxim Ever 81, Norwegian rider. And this is one of the ones I didn't know. But, this is going to be so good to use. Guys, just run with Nightior. Just use it. If you're not using it, you're losing it. How about that? That's my new saying, folks. Support Nightior. Support anyone that does this stuff for free, folks, to improve what ROUVY gives us. So Maxim Ever 81 is a Norwegian rider. Got their watts per kilo at 4.7 watts per kilo, folks. So let's see how that holds up. That would make them, well, Bear Remy's at 5. Batiscom's at 3.96. I thought Batiscom would have been higher. Erlen Sundstrom, 4.8. Check out Carrie Ann, though. 4.15 watts per kilo, ladies rider. Off to the races, folks. Off to the races. Let's see how they stick together here. Velobuk is Ukrainian rider. We got Breers here. Here's a team UK rider, I'll call him for now. UK, Great Britain. I know there's a difference. Steven Cycles corrected me on this. United Kingdom doesn't include Northern Ireland, right? Is that right? But it includes England, Wales, Scotland. No Northern Ireland. Great Britain is all of it plus that. What about the Isle of Wight? How does that work? Isle of Man, where does that fit in? I don't even know. I think they are kind of like semi-independent, aren't they? They like to pretend that they're so much different, but they're not. They're not really. And anyone that lives there is like right now going, who is this dude? How dare you? Scone, another rider, Ukrainian rider I've never seen before. Bear Remy, Erlen Sundstrom. Oh, the Italians with their crazy classifications on the name make it extremely hard for me to know your names. We got Orazio, I guess it's going to be like Aragoni. Let's see if I got that right. I'm going to go jump over to Nidio for a second here and get his name correct. Oh, it's Orazio Arrigo. And then we got Lodovico Locatelli, Pino Ferrari, Lorenzo Perdignana, Stefano Cotalupi. Let's just hang with the riders for a bit. Just checking out names here, folks. Nelson Snyder in 13th place. We got Big Ron here. Nizzy G. Got some separation here on Nizzy G. I mean, it's just a brutal climb to start, folks. 8-9% probably all the way up this little beast here. This is actually an unfair route for the finale, folks. It's just brutal. Yeah, glad I'm not racing today. And as I expect, I think Breers is going to be a big hitter on these climbs. Which one was it? It wasn't Alpe d'Huez. It was a climb that the Muckers did a while ago. And yeah, he just laid the sprint down on that young... it's the V Everesting world champion right now at the moment for females. She's got huge watts per kilo, but she doesn't have huge power numbers. So I kind of said it in the video. I said, if there's a little bit of a flat at the top, you can probably outsprint her. That happens. Some of these ultra lightweight climbers, like the legit one, what's his name, Niall Batley, his watts per kilo are so high, but he doesn't generate any big power numbers, so he can't win sprints. I think he races Cat 3 on Sunday Race Club. Ooh, Scone here looks like a ladies rider. Am I right about that? Let's check that out, folks. Scone, are you a ladies rider or are you using the wrong avatar? Let's get a ladies count here. Ladies count. Yeah, Scone, you're not using the ladies avatar, and that's okay. You can do whatever you want, bro. But we got Carrie Ann Cannabog. Ooh, someone just had a disconnect there. Looks like it was Rude Bars. Back though. Just saw him pop back in. Get back in, Rude. We got Carrie Ann Cannabog, Heike Hart, Yana H, Oriel E, Sarite, and Flower Star. Hey, Flower Star, good to see you. So we can see right now, Carrie Ann, she's right up there, folks. She is right up there. Closest lady being Heike, who's an incredible climber as well, is almost 175 meters behind her. Let's just jump out of that for now, folks. Turn that off for you. Breers on the front. This is going to be really interesting. You could use this race kind of as get over the hill, get over the top first type race. Just get over the top first. You can see at this first climb, we've already climbed almost 200 meters. So we're averaging probably close to 10% gradient here. We've climbed 198 meters in 2.4 kilometers. So we're like 9.5% gradient, 9% gradient, right in that range. Once you're over the top, and we're almost done this climb, there's downhill, folks. Downhill flat. Recover for the next climb. Do it all again. Next one, not as steep, but longer. And then we've got a really nice long downhill, false flatty for, oh wow, that false flat. It looks like we got false flat for about 20 kilometers. Just guessing the distances here. Remember, this is 50K. 50K Death March. Nelson Snyder at the front with Scone, Maxim, Breers, Bear Remy, Orazio, Italian rider. Rude Bars back there, so he did have a disconnect problem before. Alp Summer, that's a name I don't see very often. I do see the once in a while. German rider, Rude German rider. Ooh, looking good, boys. Where's Stefan Schmidt? Nelson's a United States rider. Erland, Norwegian. Let's back up. We've got Ukrainian here. So we've got a group of 9 at the front. We got 9 climbers at the front. Has anyone got... No, sorry about that, folks. Okay, no, that is right. We've got Maxim, Breers here. I need a map overview for a second, folks, just to get this figured out. Okay, the map doesn't really help me a lot. Let's just jump out of that. Yeah, it looks like we got 9 riders in this front group. 9 in the front, 40 meters back to Velo Buke here. He's looking at them right now. Dude, you need to dig in now. You need to dig in now, bro. Dude, what you need to do is just smash it over the top. Smash, smash, smash as they back off. That's the only way you're going to catch them now. Same with Daniel back here. Daniel, my Polish rider. Yes, dude. Riding with Shunik. Shunik resplendent in the Polish national jersey here. I want to watch Velobuke for a second here. See if he can pull this back. See, they're gone now. They're gone. And you know what? They're not letting off. They are not letting off. Maybe they will start to now. I can see Bear Remy just dropped under 3 for the first bit. 5s and 6 are now becoming 3s and 4s. Sometimes 2s. That's going to be a tough ask now. I think Velobuke needs to just dial it back a little bit and get back in with some of these riders back here. He's got a teammate back here too. He's got Ron back here. Let's take a look here for a second. Not Daniel. Okay. Not Rude. Yeah, okay, it is Rude. Rude here is just kind of stuck in no man's land right now. But, he, going down that hill has pulled out a huge gap on the riders behind him. So we got Daniel back here, Karol Susik, Czech rider, Ukrainian rider here, Ron, Shunik's in the mix, Polish rider, Velobuke, another Ukrainian rider. So we've got 2 Ukrainians right there working together nicely. I don't even know if... I got to imagine a lot of these guys are probably on Discord or whatever media they want to use to communicate with each other. Seisman top here. I think he's Polish. Yes, Stefan Schmidt. Here comes German rider. Badiscom, Norwegian rider. Recovering now, resting. Into the Super Tuck, bro. Into the Super Tuck. Ontaro. Another Polish rider, guys. Nizzy G, US. Isidoro, Italian. Check this out. 3 Italians all together here, working nicely together. Sticking together, that's probably a smart move. Nico. See, here's a rider I've never seen before. Level 74. P Triple J, I have seen this rider, but not very often. I think the occasional Muckers race. Martin, Czech rider, Jirkip, Finnish. Here's Darth, looking good. Thomas Lynn Anderson. Hey Thomas, happy birthday, dude. Saw it was your birthday this week. Congratulations on your 25th. R Lions, M Forby, Danish rider. Svard, De Gutter. De Guter. Here's Carrie Ann. Okay, Carrie Ann, looking good here. Chris Dark, dude. So good to see you, man. You guys got a strong team. What is it? Team Wadabear? Is that what we're calling it? I think that's what we're calling it. So the UK, Great Britain team, whatever you want to call it, Wadabear. I'm not sure where that name comes from, but this is one of the strongest looking teams to me. I'm not sure if they're all showing up today or not. What I'm going to do is jump into the chat for a bit here, folks. I love the chat. Ooh, busy, busy, busy. Let's catch up. Stanislav Pachak. Shocks cheering on the USA. Good climber. Brutal climb right away. Shocks say one of the strongest pack races on ROUVY. So many strong names. 4 will get you mid-pack. Yep. Yeah, Illy Gardner. That's her name. Yeah, Simon James here. So Illy Gardner... I forget what I called her. I didn't know her name at the time. I knew who she was. I knew she was like a world-class climber. And that's pretty... I think that's a good definition of her. Like UK hill climbing champion, women's V Everesting champion, and probably top 2 or 3% all Everesting times. It's pretty hard to separate her from the men. I mean, she's right there. Shock saying, I think overall team lead is Norway, Poland behind them. Yeah, you know, I'm looking at it. I think Norway's team is incredibly strong. Badiscom, Bear Remy. I listed them before. I'm going to go check back. Oh, yeah, Erland Sundstrom, Kirian Kannabog, this Maxim Ever 81 dude who I don't know. I haven't seen Gout 90 yet. Not sure if they're all here. And here's a question I've got for everyone. How many riders were each team allowed? Because I see some of the teams have a bunch of riders. Can they only put 5 in? I don't actually know that answer. Let me get back in here, folks. I just kind of let it hover on that one rider for now, or on Chris. Chris, one of the original OG supporters of my channel. Always appreciate that, Chris. Peter Fulop here. Another Ukrainian rider, Maxim UK. Okay. Look at this guy. Level 6. Are you kidding me, dude? Serg Singer. Who is this guy? Looks like a Russian rider to me. I'm going to check the list here. Check the list. I don't see them on the list. Maybe they're riding for... Yeah, I don't see that rider on this list. Very strange. Unless I've called his flag wrong. Serg Singer. No, that's a Russian rider. I'm not sure. Maybe they swap someone out. Niels Burnham. Dane. Heike Hart coming up next year. German rider. Here's Peter. I'm sure Tony's in there. Ben's in the mix too. Tonda. Stanislav Pachak. Gronin. Wow, how many riders do we got here? We got a good chunk of riders, folks. I'm going to go right to the back here. Okay, so Bruno Lepierre, 64 for the French team is broken down. Flower Star's in here. Get a Flower Star. Dutch rider. David Conning. Moving up to USA rider here. Ooh, that's a hard name. I'm just going to call you the UK, the United States rider. Stefan, 1964, German rider here. Sarite. Looks like this is a ladies rider. Got a Ukrainian rider here. Rocking the nice facial hair, dude. Hans, here he is. Oriali, yes. This lady races a lot. Chemo, yeah, I was going to say right away, this is a Finnish rider. Another Finnish rider. You can tell by their names. Roy P, 2774. This is a Canadian rider still on the list. I've never seen this rider before. Level 64, experiencing a disconnect right now. Looks like a Wi-Fi issue to me. When you see that kind of stall out on them. Thomas, Dennis Bamboo. Russian rider here. Chak, another Canadian, lives just down the road from me. I could meet Chak for coffee within 45 minutes, folks. Maybe we need to do that. Bar Triple T. Mike Hagan. A little bit longer to get to Mike. He's about 12 hours drive away from here. Maybe 11. Maybe 10. Depends how fast you push it, folks. Hardy. Team GRC member here representing Germany right now. Let's get back to the front, folks. Breers. Yeah, I expect this dude to be here. Such a strong rider. But yeah, take a look at this. Bear Remy, Team Norway. Erland Sundstrom, Team Norway. I think Badiscom was a lot further back, though, today. We got some Germans here, too. Alb Sommer. Okay, Dutchy rider. Okay. And Maxim. Yeah, Team Norway definitely in the lead right now. They've got 3 riders in the top 10 right there. Maxim Ever 81, Bear Remy, and Erland Sundstrom. I've seen Bear Remy race. I've seen Erland Sundstrom race. I know what they're capable of. They're both capable of being top 10, top 12 in every race out there. So I think they're going to stay right here. So just that alone, they got 2 in the top 10 right now. Maxim Ever 81. Haven't seen him before. Not in my... he's only a level 35. You know what I'm thinking? This is a guy that just got recruited in. Scone here. Identifying as the ladies' avatar today. I'm all for that. I might start doing that from now on. No reason why you can't. Breer's here too. Yeah, so Norway is definitely in the lead at the moment, folks. Let's take a little look at this group here. We've got Thomas here. Okay, there's Dennis Bamboo. Ooh, Peter's had a breakdown. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, Russian rider, I don't see in the actual start list. Here's Peter Olget. Where's Tony today? Back to Chris Dark. Carrie Ann's right there. Ooh, these guys are flying. Absolutely flying. Martin here. Czech rider, Svard. Nice group here. We've got Svard, De Gutter, M. Forby, the birthday boy himself, Thomas Lynn, Darth Puncher. Yeah, Darth, Dustin, great to see you, dude. Hope everything's great out in San Francisco. R. Lions, level 82. A lot of high-level riders here, folks. Jerkip, Nizzy G. Antaro, Polish rider. Chasing after the Italian, Isidoro Panarisi. Is it Panarisi? I can't actually see the... I can't see the name. It's right in front of me. Panaris. Markro. Oh, another Polish rider. Big group here. Here's Batiskum. Here's that Norwegian rider I was looking for. Back in 16th. But you know what? Only a couple hundred meters back at this point. So we've got another Norwegian rider lurking. So right now, just a quick look. Norway's got four riders going to score big points. Stefan Schmidt, German rider here. Let's hang out with Stefan for a little bit. Give me a chance to jump into the chat. Jump into the chat here, folks. Ooh, busy. Thanks, guys. Thank you for everyone watching and commenting, too. Jill's asking, is there 3 riders for Canada? Yeah, that's a good question, Jill's. I'm going to look right away. I did see the guy I didn't know, Roy P2774, but I'm not sure if there's 3. Okay, Bashak, seeing 4 Canadians. Good stuff. Thumbs up from Jill's. Yep, I agree with that, Bashak. Norway for sure in first place. Poland second. Ukraine third. Top 6 now is 3 Norwegians. Top 7. Yeah, I would say the Norwegians are very strong. I was expecting the UK team to be a little bit more at the front with their lineup. I see Chris Dark. I haven't seen Clive Ribbons yet. Well, Breers is there. Chris Dark will place very high. I think we've seen Peter Olget. I don't really see a lot of their riders. Team Ukraine right now. Yeah, they got Scone up there. Velobuke should be up there, and Ron's up there too. So here's here they are. There's that UK rider. Here's Ukraine right at the front. We got an Italian up there too. Norway. USA. Another Norwegian rider. German rider, Alp Summer. So I know Stefan Schmidt's nearby. Dutch rider, Polish. Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine's sitting really nice right now. Czech rider, Karol Susik. Everyone knows him. Here's Stefan. Germany's got a couple riders at the front here too. These guys are a couple hundred meters back behind the second chasing group. Maybe we can look at the map now and see the chasing. So we got 3 groups here. We got lots of groups, but the 3 main groups at the front. We should still have, let's have a quick peek. Looks like, ooh, it's coming back together, folks. There was 9 riders. Oh no, I'm wrong about that, aren't I? Is it 7 riders? It's 7 riders in that front group. Just 7. Then we're 260 meters back to Alb, Ruud, Karol Susik, Velobuke. We've got, looks like 6 or 7 chasing there. 7 riders chasing. 7 in the front group, 7 chasing. Then we bounce back another 260 meters, and we got Stefan Schmidt. That rider looks about another 6 riders there. So 7, and 6 riders all in their little groups. Let's get back in here. Really not that far. Again, this one's not as steep, just longer. I'm going to bounce back here, folks. See some of the people that are battling their way up the back. Who is this dude? Rides for Team USA. Let's take a look. Riding for Team USA. Where are they? I think it was called A-Team USA. So I'm looking at this rider here. I don't see them in the start list. And I've never seen this rider before. Does anyone? Oh, there he is. Sorry about that. GGEX HBCA. He's riding with Alone United. Okay, so Flower Star, Dutch rider. GGEX HBCA. Oh, and Conning David, we've seen him. They're all riding for a multinational team. That was pretty cool how you guys did that. So that's why I didn't see him on the USA list. Nice job here. Stefan, 1964, German rider. So this rider here, who has a Dutch flag, is actually with Alone United. And so is Flower Star back here. Flower Star just getting through. Well, is this the hardest climb of the day? Or is that back part going to feel harder when you're tired? when you've already got 40K in your legs of rolling terrain, 20 kilometers of false flat coming up. I think it to me, it looks about it's going to be about 20 kilometers of false flat. Yeah, that's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one, folks. How about this guy here, Maxim Kunetsov? Kunetsov. Here's the Canadian rider here. Roy P. 2774. Tacx is a Canadian rider. I knew that for a fact. Mike Hagan is a Canadian rider here. Jetro is Canadian, right? Yeah, so there's 4 Canadians right there. Good stuff. We got a Russian right here, Alexei Obanenov. So he's moving along pretty good. Stanislav Filvet, Czech rider. That's another new name for me. Level 83, dude. Marin. I'm not sure how you say that. But yeah, this guy here, Serg Singer. Where's Serg Singer from, folks? Is this an Alone United rider? Nope. And I'm looking at the Russian team, and I do not see that name. I see Alexei 134. These are the riders on the list. Alexei, Dennis, another Alexei, Hertzblut, Sportsman, Alexander, and Komenigor. That guy does not show up in the list. Maybe he got a secret invite. Level 6 rider. Numbers are showing 4 watts a kilo. Looks to be about a 60 kilogram rider here. Tonda, strong Czech rider. Peter Olgit, Carrie Ann Cannabog, 34th place right now. Her and Chris are riding pretty equally. Chris just passed her in the last little bit because he was right behind her before. Yeah, 4.5 watts a kilo all the way here, folks. 100 meters up the road is Darth Puncher. This is Dustin. Ooh, riding solo. He's got a 140 meter gap to DeGutter ahead of him and Chris Dark behind him. I would be thinking hook up with Chris Dark and Carrie Ann here, Dustin. Hook up with them. Get a stronger ride out of that. Got some mental motivation. Heading back to the front row, folks. Breer's on the front. You know, it's kind of false flat at the top here. I wonder if we got any discos up here we can pull into. Just like at the top of Alpe d'Huez. If you've never seen those before, go check out my video. Have I even mentioned Inside Cycling World yet? And my name's Colin. That's the deal, folks. Like the videos, please. Ooh, yeah. Breer's is not letting off here, folks. 7 riders all together, though, still. Should be 7 in this group, 7 in the next group, and then I think 6 in the third group. We're going to bounce back to the second group here. Do we have 7 riders here? Yeah, they're all still together. We have 7 riders. That's so great. Ooh, look at this. No, Rude Bars. Oh, Rude was riding solo, wasn't he? Yeah, he got stuck in no man's land. 450 meter back. He doesn't want to wait for them, but he's not going to pull those guys back. There's no way. Not at this pace. Breer's sitting on the front. We know he's a strong climber, and we know he has a sprint finish. This kind of finish looks, well, kind of hard to say when it's 50 kilometers long. Again, thank you, Mamaki. Looks like this kind of finish might suit him very well. Maybe the final hill climb isn't steep enough for him to shed some of those riders, but it is actually flat enough that you could put a nice sprint in. Nelson on the front now. A little bit of flat here coming up to the first split. Gonna have a little sip. So yeah, busy day again here, folks. We got this going on. And then I've got a guy who's, I think I mentioned probably some in the past, I got a big travel trailer outside. It's like a 40-foot. It's what you call like a park model trailer. So you kind of like buy it, you move it somewhere, you park it, and you never move it again until you sell it or move to another spot. It's not a camping trailer. You kind of like park it and build a deck around it and add stuff onto it and whatever you want to do. You could live in it year round. Guy's driving 8 hours today to come see it. So, do I have it sold? Maybe. That would be nice. So he's coming here between 1:30 and 2, and I haven't even been out into the trailer this morning to see if I can get everything fully functioning again. It's been sitting all winter, so it's it's going to be kind of a compressed day here doing this video and then doing that. There's our 7 still in front. So these 7 should have no problem sticking together now. We're going to be going down. So we've covered 13 kilometers. Let's take a little guess. How long is this next little downhill. I'm going to say, to me, this looks like it's going to be about 6 kilometers. I'm basically where my mouse pointer is on the bottom of the screen. You know, let's put it over top of the N. That's how I like to do these things. Is that 6 kilometers? Yeah, we're going to say 6 kilometers. Let's see if we're at 19.2 kilometers when we get there. These are the fun little games I play to entertain myself as I'm just randomly blathering. Back to the stream. Yeah, 4 Canadians here. Bashak saying the front pack has let the Norwegians do the work. Yeah, it's going to be hard now. All these downhills coming up. Stu's saying he reckons Stefan and Marco can catch the next group if they launch an attack on that small hill following the first checkpoint. Let's have a little look at that. Yeah, just smash down that hill here. So what I'm going to do is go back and find them. Daniel, Alb Summers. Okay, yeah, Shunnick's going to have to put some work in here now. Like, I just noticed now that Shunnick is not in the first group. Wow. Do you know what? Like, I hate to dwell on it because sometimes when I dwell on things, when I'm just kind of shocked by it, I don't want it to sound negative, but I expect this guy to be at the front of every race. So maybe the climb wasn't to his liking the very first start. I don't know. Could have been a disconnect. And I do know on the Thursday's Muckers race that Shunnick had a disconnect right at the very end of the race. When he should have been sprinting for first place, he ended up finishing 9th. So Shunnick up to speed here. Since I'm watching, I only see 72k an hour. I don't see his actual top speed. I'm sure he's absolutely flying through here. So Shunnick has broken away from those guys behind him. They're only 70 meters back. Carol Susik, Daniel, Velobuke, Ron, Alb Summer. Then we got Rude Bars still riding solo. Okay, here we go. Here's I'm just gonna say Simon. That Z in there, dude, that throws me off. But here's Mark Rowe and Stefan Schmidt. Yeah, they need to try to move up, don't they? So we need some more Germans and Poles coming up here, folks. Need you guys to get up here. Oh, and Badiscom's right there too. Another Norwegian rider. If you didn't know, Bear Remy and Badiscom are brothers. Surprised they're not closer together. And you know what? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think on their list, though, one's listed as almost a 5 watt per kilo rider and one's a 4. But when you see them race, you wouldn't think there was any difference. Let me just find Team Norway here. Yeah, Bear Remy's listed at 5 and Badiscom's at 3.96. Always see that rider at the front. Great seeing these teams. Like, the nationality is really good because a lot of times I'm like, oh, who's going to win? Today, they're teammates. They're frenemies. Erland Sundstrom on the front here. Yep. I like seeing this. Erland. Ooh, look at these Norwegians on the front right now. Erland and Maxim Ever 81. 2 Norwegians on the front. Are they trying to get away? Scone, Ukrainian rider's gone with them. Breers, Bear Remy, another Norwegian. Bear Remy's sitting back here saying, hey, Breers, if you want to catch up, you're going to do the work. Just a lot of coasting here, folks. Out to about 12 meters, you're going to get draft. Riding all the different platforms kind of boggles my mind sometimes. Like, I think it's on Zwift. You only see the first notification at 3 or 4 meters. Now, I'm not using Sauce on Zwift. I'm just using the thing where it shows 2 bikes, like, close the gap. What does that mean? At 4 meters, how much draft am I getting on Zwift? You're getting draft on ROUVY at 12 meters back. Okay, we bounced to Bear Remy there. Must have just came right through the field. I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't really matter. 4, 12, I don't really care either way. You just kind of got to learn the rules for all the different platforms. I was joking yesterday, I'm all about diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm just kidding. That's why I ride all platforms. Nelson at the front, Scone, Erland, Bear Remy. So there should be 7 riders here. They're all sticking together, folks. Very, very difficult to get away on a downhill like this. It will happen. Do I have No, I don't. Yeah, a lot of bouncing around here. Just going to watch this. Nelson on the front. Nelson's putting in some power here. Erlin's right there with him. They're not putting in huge numbers, but they're not just coasting either, folks. They are not coasting down this hill. Why would they? I would. Yeah, Breers may be winning the race for himself, but also helping the Norwegians win the championship currently. Stu saying bad wheel for Stefan with the discs. Yeah, that might be tough on this one. Yeah, lots of teleport. That's what I was seeing there. I was like, what? Huh? Bouncing around. So, yeah, I guess it's weird to see it happening. At least we're finishing on an uphill here, because I was watching it going, why is it bouncing? So, yeah, a little bit of it's a teleportation going, as my theory is that the servers, wherever they may be in this universe, they're not keeping up with the location of the riders fast enough. So it's kind of getting, maybe it's just the refresh rate. Maybe it's refreshing locations of riders every 1.3 seconds, and it should be every 0.5 seconds, every 0.1 seconds. It's all the number of calculations and refresh rate, right? But yeah, Breer's at the front here. Who's our next UK rider? I think it might be all the way back to Chris Dark. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to bounce back through the field here. So Breers is right at the front. Will get some really good points today, I would imagine. And sorry, I'm not saying names here, but yeah, I think we have to go back to Chris Dark here and Carrie Ann. This is good to see here. Chris Dark, Carrie Ann, and Darth all together here. So we've got a Norwegian rider, our second UK rider, and an American rider here. Now, Darth is here, but let's work our way back up. I think I saw another US rider, Nizzy G. Nizzy G. Riding solo, but riding really good here. So, and then we've got Nelson at the front. So we really need to bring some of those US riders up. Polish rider here, Antaro. Dutch rider. Here's another Norwegian. This downhill is going to see what holds together. See if anyone accidentally falls off the back. Ooh, guys, stuff's happening here as I speak. Look at this. What happened? We got 5 riders in the front. Orazzi Origo coming on now, but look at Maxim Ever 81. That Norwegian rider was right at the front on that downhill and now finds themselves riding solo. Okay, so we've lost some Norwegian points there at the very front. Erlin's right up there. Okay, so 6 riders in the front now. Shunik still riding solo. He's on a mission today, folks. Riding solo with a chase group behind him of Carol, Alb Summer, Daniel Majewski, Velobuke. Oh, Ron's gone too. Ron was in that group earlier. Let me see if I can pull this up. They're really not separated by much. From this group here where Ron is to the front, I think it's like maybe 800 meters, something like that. We'll hang out with Nelson on the front here for a little bit. Let me jump into the chat. Okay, I'm just reading this stuff here. Lots of live standings we will hear, folks. Ooh, live standings good from Davidi. One of the Norwegians got dropped on the downhill due to teleportation. Yeah, that was Maxim Ever 81. So he finds himself just in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, Stefan's going to do just fine. I mean, he is on double discs, I believe. I'm going to go find him right now. He is in that third group. Let's go find Stefan. He should be in this group right here. I'm positive he's here, isn't he? Where is Stefan Schmidt? Maybe he's in the 4th group. I thought he was up here. I know I can search for his name. We'll find him. DeGutter, Svard, Thomas Lynn, R. Lyons, M. Forby, Nizzy G, Juan Luca Peruta, Lorenzo, Antaro, Jerkip, Rude Bars. He had a disconnect earlier too. That would be unfortunate. Nico Batiscum. Here's Stefan Schmidt. Yep, he's riding double disc wheels, solid wheels all the way, folks. Might be okay on some of this false flatty stuff. What is this actually going to be? Oh yeah, we were going to look at this too, weren't we? I'm going to come back here. I want to back up a little bit. I know, guys, this is the stupid things I like to do. Let's look here. P Triple J is currently 20.69 kilometers. I thought it was going to be about 19.3. So that was more like a 7-kilometer descent they just did. I was guessing a 6. Just based on where he is on course and where I thought we were at the top when I did that little number game before. Jumped to the front, 6 riders here. Breer's still hammering, folks. Nelson Snyder a little back. So this is going to be false flatty range. I wonder what the average is through here. This looks like it's false flatty, but probably 3 to 4% average all the way is my guess. 3.3 here. So actually, this is a really good gradient to work against to push some power. Bear Remy, Orazio, Erlen Sundstrom. Let's take a look at the riders too. 5.5. All pushing about the same here. Bouncing back to, okay, so there's Maxim. Shunnick's going to catch Maxim here. For sure. And Maxim could be waiting for him right now. So this rider was teleported apparently and lost contact with the group. What a crappy way to lose contact with the group. All that stuff is out of his control. That's all handled on the other end. So we need to get that tweaked for these races. Here comes Shonick. You can see him now, folks. He's seeing his avatar ahead of him. He's got someone to work with now. Hopefully Maxim can respond here to help out. So we're going to have frenemies here for a little bit. We got Team Norway and we've got Team Poland. The other group, Shonick is actually able to pull away from those riders behind him. They haven't been able to pull him back yet. We may see a little bit of accordioning of those distances. You can see the group behind now is now slowly catching. It's different gradients that they're traveling through. These two are together. Let's see how Maxim reacts to this. Looks like he wants to work with them. Shonick's riding 5, Maxim sitting behind riding 4, 4.5. Looks like he wants to work with them. Who knows? This could be something that really helps the front end. Maxim, in particular, he needs to hang on here to get Norwegians more points up front. Right now, we've got Erland, 6th place, Norwegian. We've got Bear Remy, Norwegian. So they've already got 2 riders in the top 6 right now, with Maxim sitting in 8th place at the moment. 3 in the top 10. We've got Shonick here, Polish rider, top 10. Skone is Ukrainian. That's the only Ukrainian up here. We got one UK Great Britain British rider. I forget the difference here. Nelson, we got one US rider. So yeah, Norway far and away in the lead right now. If we were to end the race right now, it's theirs. You know, just using the top 10. Check right here, Karol Susik. See, there's a 120-meter gap there. Yeah, and look at this. Maxim's going to work with Shonick. He knows he's got a strong rider. This guy must know Shonick. He must know Shonick works hard. He knows Shonick's only going to help pull him further away from those riders that are chasing. There is a strong group coming, and Maxim's probably thinking in his head, if I let them catch me, that gives a chance of Germany, another Polish rider. Ooh, his teammates back there, though. Karol Susik, Czech rider. All these riders can start pilfering points away from, you know, some of the bigger teams. Another Ukrainian rider. Here's Ron, still riding solo. This rider fell out of this group early, the second group earlier. Wonder if he might wait here. I mean, you got Simon here, Batiscum, Isidoro Panaris, Stefan Schmidt, and Mark Rowe. So a nice group here. Looks like 6 riders. 5 riders. Rude Bars. This rider's had trouble with disconnects today. Gonna just bounce back for a second here. Ooh, Ben had a disconnect. So we've lost Bruno Lepierre. We've lost Ben, who would have been, huge for points at the front. Martin's gone. Flower Star is still going. Flower Star, let's get it. Flower Star is getting up these climbs. Conning David, a lone United rider with Flower Star. Stefan, 1964 German. Here's another Alone United rider. Dennis Bamboo, Russian rider, has disconnected. Here's a ladies rider, a Finn. Sarite. Ori Ali, another ladies rider. Here's Hans. Finnish rider, another Finnish rider. So these two Finns, these two have been together for a long time. I've noticed that. Kunitsov, Maxim Kunitsov here. Chak, sitting in 57th right now. Ghost Pink, Belgian rider, but is riding for Alone United. I don't see Alex here. Actually, I think Alex was traveling. I think he might be in the Netherlands right now. Nelson Snyder all in the front with Breers, Erland Sundstrom, Scone, Orazzi, and Bear Remy. They've got a 1 kilometer gap now back to Maxim and Shunik. Oh, okay. Just looking at the chat here. Stu's saying, I think the main race tack will be on that flat section just before the final climb. Let's see what Stu's saying here. Yeah, so if we look at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, Stu thinks the final attack will be here. Someone's going to, and you know what? It does look like it's a tiny bit downhill. False flatty down. That's where the final attack will probably be. I mean, I'm thinking maybe someone might go in this section here too. So we got false flatty, guys. Okay, so we are riding 1.5%, 1% false flat uphill here. That's going to continue for quite a while. Will someone try to make it on the attack on the first hill or go on the flat? Let's see what happens. So Stu's saying the flat here before the final climb. I'm thinking someone's going to think about putting an attack in here, knowing that once they get over the top, it's kind of downhill. They could get a little bit of a break and get away. Out of sight, out of mind type thing. Again, look at this. It's exactly what I thought was going to happen. And I'm just guessing half the time. I didn't know what was left in Maxim, but probably having a disconnect like that or teleportation, whatever it was, looks like a strong rider and obviously is a strong rider keeping up with Shunik here. And these two are working together. You can see it. They are taking turns. Ooh, the group from behind, though, is coming. They can see the avatars just lit up on my screen right here, folks. As I was saying that, here's Velobuke now putting in a 7 watt per kilo push. 6 to 7 watts a kilo here. Pulling Karol Susik, Daniel Majewski, Alp Summer. We're going to have 6 riders back together, folks. 6 riders back together. 500 meters back, we got a nice group here too. Isidoro, Stefan Schmidt, Simon, Batiscombe, Ron, Markro. Ooh, look at this. Markro and Simon, both Polish riders there. Okay, that's interesting. So I think we've got Polish riders. There's a group that's coming. We've got 3 Polish riders in the top 15 right now. Who are they? We got Markro. And we got Simon. And then we got Shunik up here. So who knows what happens? Who knows, once the fatigue starts kicking in. Some of these riders at the front may get shelled out the back, folks. We're not sure yet. We're going to watch it all go down live. We are 47 minutes into the race. I think today, guys, I don't think I'm going to be here the whole time because I think some riders are going to be 2.5 hours to do this. And it's only because I got this trailer guy coming. He messaged me at... I've never talked to the guy. He talks to Joey. And he's all gung-ho buying the trailer because he needs somewhere to live. He lives up north. And he's already got his lake lot. He wants to park it and live in it. It's not super expensive. It'd be the cost of a used car, but you got a home. You can stay warm at minus... I've been in at minus 40. And The furnace is on the whole time, but you can stay warm. You'll burn through a lot of propane. Instead of paying ridiculous rents here, you know, 1-bedroom apartment around here would be like $2,000. It's just terrible right now. The whole world, folks. The whole world. Tariff me to death, folks. I just gave Joey instructions yesterday. We have tickets to 3 Metallica concerts in the US this year. I said, I want them all canceled. Cancel them. Yeah, just not going there right now. Hate to say that, but I've been forced into doing that, folks. Breers here again. I think Breers is going to be, you know, yeah, high percentage that we're going to see Breers finish at the very top. Nelson's there too, though. Yeah, out of these riders here right now, I would most feel comfortable out of these 6. Okay, so I don't know Scone very well. Erland is a bigger cyclist. I think he's in the 80 kilo range, so these constant climbs may be dragging on him by the end. I got to say Nelson, Breers, or Bear Remy. That's who I would say. I've seen Bear Remy put in some really good sprints. We all know Nelson. We've seen Breers win sprint finishes up after huge climbs. So that's your top 3. I know that's not a super brave, dangerous move by me. They're there already. So let's hit the chat. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, so yeah, Stu's talking about that final flat being the attack point. Okay, what country's in the front group? We've got the US up there, John. We've got Nelson Snyder up there. We've got some Norwegians. We've got an Italian rider. So the front, it's 6 at the front. We've got a USA. We've got a UK rider. Scone is Ukrainian. We've got an Italian. And we've got 2 Norwegians in the front, the top 6 right now. Okay. Stu saying, I think that Velobuk will catch Shunnick along with Carroll. I think I was looking at their numbers there, and I think that's already happening. So, yeah, right here, Velobuk with Daniel. So they're all back together here now. So we get, like I said, we got 6 riders back together. They were dangling like 60, 70 meters or out front. Makes more sense to get into this group and all work together. So that's the second group. Third group's 600 meters back. We will just, let's hang out with Nelson for a bit here on the front. I want to catch up with the chat still. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that sounds like Tanya and Stefan. Oh, yeah. I hate when you have to lose a dog. It's terrible. I'm sorry about that, guys. Just reading Tanya stuff here. A few hard weeks, taking care of their sick dog, and eventually having to let them go. Yeah, I mean, that's the worst part is eventually you have to let them go. I have 4 dogs that live in the house. I have 1 dog that lives outside. I lost Igor probably 3 weeks ago. I went out, he was dead in his sleep. And obviously it was something off because 2-3 days previous to that, he had like a huge seizure outside. I went to go catch him. I had to hold him up. And then it went away. I'm like, okay, dude. Okay, obviously something was going on. The sad thing now is his best buddy, his friend for life, Pedro, was out there by himself. It's good and bad because Igor was completely blind. So when I did let them out, it was like very controlled because Igor would just run headlong into something, straight into a wall. He would lift his paws high to stop hitting the wall, but he would still hit the wall. Let's go. Let me have a look here, guys. I think something's going on here. Look at this. Nelson pushing here. It's got a 30-meter gap over Scone right away. Nelson is cutthroat, folks. Cutthroat here. Who is Scone? We don't know. Scone's trying to react. 7 watts a kilo here. Big numbers out of this rider here, folks. Wow. Coming back. Scone is dragging Breers back with them and Arazzi. Does anyone know Scone? I need to know, if you've seen them ride a lot, because they've just pulled, that one rider pulled all 4 of these riders back. So they're back with Nelson now. Nelson just feeling them out a little bit. A little bit of steeper section on the course here now. that was really cool to see that. Yeah, so my good old buddy Pedro's outside. So it's sad that he lost his friend, his best friend. They lived together their entire lives. I have like, I have a huge dog run. It's probably 80 feet long. In places, it's 40 feet wide. It's all theirs. There's trees in there. There's bushes. But now I get to let Pedro out every day because I don't got to worry about his blind brother. They're not brothers. They're just buddies. Running into a wall. Pedro comes out. He parties all day long now. He's out there with me, feeding both times. He checks out all the animals, and he's the nicest dog. Let me get back to this here. So, Tanya, Stefan, sorry about the loss of your dog. It is very tough. Tanya said, a mixed breed of a Moody? What is a Moody? M-U-D-I dog and possibly a Labrador. Simon James, try and see Sabbath in the UK in July. Dude, do that. Do that. Oh, the kitty cat's crying outside my room, folks. You might hear him. Back to the race, folks. Let me get back in here. And you know what? I'm starving right now. Starving. 6 riders in the front. Bouncing back 900 meters. We should have 6 here. Velobuk, Daniel, Schunnich, Alpsummer, German rider, Maxim, Karel Susik. And then I think we're bouncing back another 650 meters. I think there's 6 back there as well. Simon, Stefan Schmidt, Batiscombe, Ron, Isidoro, and Markro. 6 riders there. Take a look at this though. Nico is trying to get back on here. Nico riding solo. Then we've got 2 riders back here. Another Polish rider and a Finn together. Dutch rider here. It's a Dutch rider riding all solo right now. Let's take a look back, see how Flower Star's doing. Actually, she should be over the top of the climb, I believe. She should be right here. Flower Star. It's going to get easier now. It's going to start leveling off for you. Stefan, 1964. David. A Lone United rider here from the US. Well, so is Flower Star, and I think David is as well. Got a Finnish rider here, Oriali. Just getting onto the false flatty segment. Oh, Hans is here, but look at this. Roy, disconnect. Ugh. As Hans flies by. Yana and Chemo, these two must know each other. They've been riding together the entire way. Tacx up ahead here. Jack, how warm is it going to be in Calgary today? I know even out where I live, Jack, just so you know, my closest little town is Didsbury. I think we're forecast 13 degrees Celsius today. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm going to have a look right now. It's currently 3 degrees Celsius here. Forecast. Okay, it says 12 degrees at 4 p.m. Spring is here. Next week, maybe back to a little bit of winter, but we're done with the minus 30 stuff. Done with that. We're going to get back up there, folks. Here's our front group. Ooh, look at this. 4 riders in the front. A little bit of a gap. Some riders are starting to leave gaps. Gaps are opening at times, folks. I mean, it's okay right now. But sometimes I'll see gaps of like 8 and 9 meters back. And it's not downhill. It's kind of flattish. Some riders, the fatigue is setting in, folks. Will these 6 stay together all the way? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Olga Mokina is cheering on Scone. Hey, Olga, what can you tell me about Scone? I haven't seen this rider before. Stu's off to buy some broccoli. Okay. Stu, are you buying anything but broccoli or just bulk purchases of broccoli? Like you're going in, loading up a cart, all broccoli, not one other thing. I might see you later on. Otherwise, I will be on the Sunday hill climb tomorrow. Okay, that's the Muckers race and the afternoon big race. Okay. Stu saying good luck to everyone. Front group is down to 6 riders, 2 Norwegians, 1 US, 1 UK, 1 Ukrainian, and 1 Italian. Maxim got dropped from the second group too. Okay, so let me have a look at that. So he was just with them. Come back to the second group here, which will be Schunnich, Velobuk, Daniel, Carol, Alb, and Maxim. Yeah, again. So was that ROUVY doing goofy little things to him? I'm not sure. Not sure. Riding just under 3 watts a kilo. Is he tired now? Is he fatigued? Hard to say. If you've been dropped twice because of something that's outside of your control, maybe you just say, whatever. I'm just going to ride my own pace now. Take a look at this. We'll have some reinforcements coming. Look at this. Markro's coming up. Stefan Schmidt, Batiscum, Isidoro, Simon, and Ron. Some of these riders were in the original group that was up front too. So hopefully, let's see if Maxim gets one. We're going to watch this happen, folks. I want to see this. So I think he's getting a big recovery in right now. 2.5, 2.7 watts a kilo. This rider was riding 5s and 6 earlier, folks. Let's see how they react when these riders come by. Does he want to work with them? Is he tired? Is he just saying that's enough? Just going to ride now? This is a Norwegian rider. So it's important for this rider to try to get up higher if they can. But as we sit right now, the Norwegians are placed pretty nicely. Another one up there would really help though. And we got the Polish riders coming up. We got Shunik. Where is Simon? Simon should be in this group, I believe. Or here's Simon. Okay, there's Simon. Ron, Stefan Schmidt, Markro, Maxim. So he's in this group now. Just wants to get in the draft here. They're pushing through. 3.7, 3.6, 3.4 watts per kilo. Maxim sitting on the back. 3 watts per kilo. 3.3. Whether he's fatigued or not, he knows well to just get in that group and just hang on and recover for a while. Nico, is this guy going to bridge up? I think this rider might bridge up. Working really hard, working his way back up there. Let's get to the front. Guys, just my personal opinion, so you don't even have to listen to this. You know I ride all the platforms. It's primarily Zwift right now. I'm going to start... So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to start doing my own long rides on the weekends again. I'll make them as a ride. Anyone could join. I'm going to do all my longer rides, I think, on ROUVY, because I really want to do the long Ironman courses. So I don't know where I'll start. But there's a ton of 90-kilometer courses, which I think would be great for Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm going to do all those on ROUVY because they're available to me. And then do more of my other intense stuff probably over on Zwift. There's a lot of, like, I don't know, challenges and stuff there that really kind of keep me motivated over there. So that's kind of what I'm doing these days. So yeah, that's where you're going to find me. Longer rides for me are going to be over doing the ROUVY Ironman courses. Nelson's sitting here. Maybe he's put a little push in here again. Little gap back here, 7 meters to Scone. But it's... Okay, so they're all right there, but, you know, that can open up really easy if you're not careful. Velobuk in 7th place at the moment. Ukrainian power coming up, folks. Remember, Scone's also Ukrainian here. We now have, you know... I mean, there's other riders there, but we've got 2 Ukrainians in the top 10 right now. That's great to see. Phone notification. Who's been calling me? Who's been calling me, folks? No idea. I don't get very many calls. Yep, no idea. Thanks for that. Let's check the chat out. Okay. Jennifer saying, hey, Jennifer, good to see you from New Brunswick, Canada here. From, I think it's Moncton. Yeah, Moncton. Think 6 will grind it out till the finish. Top place, also in play now. Norway not that safe anymore. Yeah. Well, that's why we have teams. We need to, all 3 riders count. Yeah, so the advantage, yeah, totally, because Norway's got 2 riders in that very, very front group. Yeah, should be good, guys. Should be good. Yeah, just reading the comments, folks. You know, I can usually talk the whole time. Yeah, so this is what we got going down. 1 U.S. rider. Norwegian rider, Erland. Norwegian rider, Bear Remy. UK rider, Breers. Italian rider, Orazio. And Ukrainian rider, Scone. But coming up behind, 800 meters back, we've got a Czech rider, another Ukrainian, a Polish rider, Those guys are only 800 meters back. We don't know what's going to happen on this climb. The gap's coming down. I'm wondering if someone's going to attack on this climb. A further 130 meters back, we got Daniel here, Polish rider, German rider, another Polish rider. Here's another Ukrainian rider, Italian. Antaro's a Polish rider. Yeah, the reinforcements are coming, folks. Another Polish rider. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these points all add up. Now, a little building construction here. Don't worry about that. Scone. Still don't know who Scone is. Bouncing back. Scone on the front here. Now, looks like at the very start of this climb, there is a little bit harder gradients. We're probably talking like 8-9%, but it's going to be so short. Scone here is attacking though, folks. 8 watts per kilo. Going after Nelson. Didn't see Nelson go out the front there. So this is kind of what I thought would happen, is that there's going to be some attacks on this climb, just trying to thin the field out. Erland's sitting on the back right now. Erland's really going to have to dig in here. Well, there's 3 other riders with him. He's got Orazio there, Bear Remy there. Ooh, the 2 Norwegians are sitting on the back of this 6-rider group right now. Breers. Take a look at Breers up here. Ooh, Breers has got some separation over Scone and Nelson. Breers, our UK rider. 24 meters back to Scone is Breers going on a solo attack, folks. And this is really where I thought it would happen. Like, right here, we are at the steepest part of this climb. 6% right now. Actually, might get it's going to get a tiny bit steeper. And then it's going to kind of level off for the rest of the climb. Looks like it has a tiny kick at the very, very end. Ooh, Breers is putting... This might be... Well, I know Breers is a great cyclist here. 9-10% here. It's got a 36-meter gap. What do you guys think? Is he going to hold it? Can he hold it? It all depends how these riders want to work behind. They know right now... This is a UK rider. There's no other UK riders in the top 10 right now. Bouncing back, I think we still got to go to Chris Dark. Where is Chris right now? Chris is with Carrie Ann nearby. Our second UK rider that I know of at this time is back in 33rd place. So they might just let Breers do his ride, knowing that he's just going to take points away, and they won't get good points for the rest of the UK because their next riders are placed further down in the field. That could be something that's going on here. 80-meter gap over Nelson Snyder. Breers is going all in. He took his pile of money and just pushed it all in, folks. It's all in. Breers is all in here. Got Nelson Snyder and Scone together. Orazio, Bear Remy, and Erland. Everyone is probably like, just hang on here. Just hanging on. Ooh. 600 meters back, folks. They're slowly dragging their way back. Kirill Susik, Shunik, Velobuk. Okay, so we're seeing it now, folks. Velobuk, that's the Ukrainian. We got 2 Ukrainian riders in the top 10. 2 in the top 10. We got 2 Norwegians in the top 10. Wow. Ooh, correction, folks. We have 3... Oh, sorry, Polish rider. But we do have 2 Polish riders now in the top 10. This is going to be fascinating. So, Poles, Ukraine, and... my brain just stopped. Team Norway. I think they all have 2 riders in the top 10. Let's just have a review of that. Scone, Ukrainian. Velobuk, Ukrainian. There's 2. Erland, Norwegian. Bear Remy, Norwegian. There's 2. Take a look at this, though. Here's Shunik, 7th overall. He's not in that front group, but he's a Polish rider. And then we got Daniel here. Now, this position is going to kind of... Well, he is in 10th place. There's a gap to Alp Summer, a German rider here. Daniel needs to hold on to this position big time. Where is... I think there's 2 Polish riders coming up, though, really quick. German rider here, Italian, German. Here's another Norwegian, though. Ooh, bringing up another Polish rider with him. Okay, and a Ukrainian, and another Pole. And another Pole. So let's see what these guys got left in the tank for the finish. Maybe some of these riders are going to be stronger at the finish. Here's that the Norwegian rider. So And again, to me, this rider is still riding strong enough that they would be in these groups. Still riding 3.5, 4, 4.5 watts a kilo. We jump ahead and we see these riders doing the same kind of power. I think he keeps having problems and keeps getting mini disconnects and getting punted, which is unfortunate. Breers, dude. Seen this guy do this before on an absolute mission here. 130 meter. How often do you say he's got a 130 meter lead over Nelson Snyder? This guy's all in. The other riders behind aren't letting off though. They're chasing hard. Nelson's 5 watts a kilo. Scone 5.5. Orazio 6 watts per kilo here. Erland at 5. Bear Remy at 5. This is what it's going to take, folks. This is the 5 watt per kilo club right up here. An elite private club at the moment. VIP invites only, folks. Breers is just putting out more power than they are. He's going to be over the top first, hit that false flatty downhill, and he is going to just absolutely rocket attack and get away. Yes, this is fantastic. Love it. So much fun. Jennifer's asking who's going to power up this climb here. Well, right now it's Breers. Very strong rider. See this rider a lot at the Muckers Thursday races. Yes, kitty cat, I can hear you. So yeah, as soon as this is done, I'll stick around for a while, guys. I gotta get out to my trailer. See what I need to clean out. I don't know. This guy might be coming down to buy it today. Like, I don't know. I mean, he's got an 8-hour drive to do. So let's say he likes it. Is he going to drive 8 hours home? Maybe he is. Maybe he's going to have it delivered. He might do that. There's tons of like hot shot companies around here. Just get a 1-ton to haul it up there. I mean, yeah, 8 hours and 15 minutes is how long he's traveling today. Maybe he'll look at it, collect some information from me, and head straight home. I hope so. I don't really want to spend a lot of time with the dude, but... and then I got to try to squeeze in a ride somewhere. Because this started at 8:30 in the morning for me. It's currently 20 to 10. Chores are done, but now after this is trailer time. I got a good feeling I'm going to miss my ride today. I've got a really good feeling about it. 6 watts per kilo all the way here. Just lengthening out. Let's take a look at the map. There's the gap, folks. Here's Breers up front. Here's our group of 5 chasers. And then we bounce back to Velobuke and Shunnick here. Let's have a look. Velobuke, Shunnick, Carol Susik. Ooh, they've separated themselves, folks. There's only 3 riders here. Then we're back to Daniel here. Daniel's riding solo at the moment. Isidoro. Stefan Schmidt, Jerkip, Markro. So, yeah, I'll stick around for all these riders here. Yeah, we'll see what happens. See what happens. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to be messaging me in the next little while. Hey, can you drop me a pin for your location? Blah, 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 that stuff. And I do want to get the thing ready. I do want to sell this thing. Current plans here on the property. I thought we were going to be moving for a while. I thought I was going to sell my property, buy a smaller place, have no mortgage. But neither of us really want to live in town. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to build a gigantic triple car garage with a suite above it. And rent out the suite. So many people looking for places to live, so it'll be really nice. Yeah, that's kind of a project we're going to start working on here real quick. We're starting to price it out now. So yeah, you build a suite, 3-car garage. Whoever rents it gets their own inside spot. We've got 2 spots. They go up the back stairs into probably a 900 to 1,000 square foot suite up top. If they got a horse, they can board a horse here. I'm also becoming a goat farmer, folks. I've got 3 baby goats to sell. So if you're interested and you want to come all the way to Canada for a goat, I'll give you a discount. Breer's relaxing here now, folks. He knows he's done the damage. He's got a 500 meter gap over these guys. He's only got 5.8 kilometers to go. And just as I say he's relaxing, he's not. He realizes now's the time to push. Now's the time to attack. Keep the momentum up. 46 kilometers an hour entering that false flatty down. So he's going to use momentum here. I would expect him to maybe start letting off here. Yeah, there we go. See that? He is dropping down to 2s and 3s at times, but he can see the victory. Okay, yeah, 50k an hour here. Looking for bigger gears probably at times. Yeah, you mean your speed could start dropping here. It's not that steep. He just wants to make sure he's got this put to bed. It's 550 meters back to Aratsi, Scone, Erlen Sundstrom, Nelson Snyder, and Bear Remy. So they're all 5 riders sticking together. Back to Kirill Susik, Shunik, Velobuk. I'm heading back. Let's check out Flower Star here. Riding nicely, 2.5 watts a kilo here on the flats. Stefan 64. We did lose our Canadian rider. They haven't came back. Alone United still moving. Here's the Ukrainian rider. We've got Kimo and Yana still together. Look at this. They've ridden together the whole way. Chak still out there too. Ghost Pink, another Alone United rider. Sadly, no Team Belgium, folks. How does that happen? How does that happen? Hertz Blut. Is that an Alone United rider? Alone United. No, it's not. Wally D, German rider. Well, nice group here too. Jetro's in the mix here. Marin, Stanislav Piachak, however you say your name. Phil Vett. This is a good group here. Maxim, yeah, this is a nice group. Look how many riders are here. We'll try to get a count here. From 50th place to... Oh, wow. There's a lot here. 12 riders in this group. It's like 12 riders in the group. Heike Hart, 950 meters ahead, riding solo. Should probably just power up this hill, no problem. Tonda, further up the road. Peter Oldgitz. Yeah, I haven't seen Tony today. Look at this. Carrie Ann and Chris Dark back together. They've ridden almost the entire road together with Rude Bars here. With Darth. These 3 have been together for quite a while now. All 3 super strong riders, folks. Super strong riders. I'm getting back to the front. Breer's here. We're under 500 meters, folks. That's why he's probably, was pushing so much power at the very beginning of this descent. Because it could come back. It could come back. I think he's a really strong rider, so probably this is totally within his control. He's not going to bonk. He's not going to blow up. Is getting some rests in when he needs it. Pushing 2 and 3s at time. Probably just trying to recover. Getting ready for one last assault. Hit the chat. Black Lobo Cycling. Dude, who are you? Who is Black Lobo Cycling? Still putting in 5 to 6 watts a kilo into descent. Dang. Yeah, dude, it was just like a very, very, false flatty downhill. -1, -2% tops. So you still can get some really good power into it. And I see how you do. You have descent. Air quoted descent. Not really descent, but still. Yeah, exactly, Bashak. How do the Belgians not have a team here? Like, probably one of the best cycling countries in the world. They don't have a team. They couldn't get it together. They didn't organize properly. I mean, I hate to sound like I'm knocking them, but guys, it's Team Belgium. Team Belgium should have had 4 or 5 teams going into the qualifiers. I guess they just couldn't get their schedules figured out. I see. Yeah, Breers has a kicker bike, so you got tons of gears on them. I mean, here's my question for the chat. Do you think that having a smart bike gives some riders an advantage that other riders riding mechanical bikes don't get? I know what my answer is. And go. Only because, if you're not very handy-dandy with your bike, maybe you don't have the money to change out cassettes all the time and just the time to do it. With a smart bike, you select your gears, you go. With a mechanical, there's time and effort put into it, and you got to have the parts and the know-how and all that kind of stuff before the ride. Plus, also, too, here's a question I'm going to ask, too, about smart bike riders. Do you think when you set up your gears that maybe some of the front chainring drops are too big? Like, here's an example. Could you ride a 70 big ring and say like a 36 small one? If so, I don't think that's actually possible on a mechanical bike. It's too big of a drop. I know on my bike, I only have a 50-36. And even when I went in, I said, I want a 52 on the front. They're like, dude, that's too big. You're already jumping 14 teeth. I think you can do that on a smart bike because there's no actual parts. So it's kind of, it is what it is, but it's a little unrealistic. What do you guys think? I've just stirred the pot. Watts or watts? Yep, Black Lobo. That being said, okay, Donald Kavanaugh retracted his comments. He probably just told me off. Thank you, Donald. I'm just kidding. Totally kidding, Donald. Whatever you want to say, you can go ahead. Dude, yeah, I totally want virtual gears. Yeah, I know, Bashak, but let's say you run a 70 on the front and a 36. You can't do that on a mechanical bike. I think you know what I was saying there. It's just not, it's physically not possible on a mechanical bike to have a tooth chain ring that's say a 60 and one that's a 36. That drop is too big. Yes, I know it's UCI approved, but it's not realistic. It's UCI approved for virtual racing, but not, the gear shifts are a little bit wonky, I guess, but it's the nature of the smart bike. So I think there's an advantage. You can't do that on another bike. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So yeah, Breer's here. Yeah, so he could have like a huge one for riding the flats and downhills, and then have just a tiny little guy for climbing. Mechanical, pretty hard to do. The jump is too big. I mean, eventually it's just going to mean that everyone's going to have to be on a smart bike or get virtual shifting on a standard mechanical bike. That's the only workaround, because that's where it's going to force people to go. Because I know when I'm riding a 50 downhill, I'm so spun out so fast. And I know other people that have virtual shifting or have, I guess, smart bike virtual shifting, they can have this monstrous gear on you could never keep up with. So there is a distinct advantage to having that virtual shifting / smart bike. Unless you're willing to change your gears out every day. 300 meter gap, folks. Italian rider coming. Erlin's still there. And guys, it's falling apart. I got on such a sidetrack here. I didn't see this happen. We got Nelson, Bear Remy, Scone further back, folks. Erland at the front, tier 2. Bear Remy's going to have to really push hard. Ooh, I'm liking this here. Erland. I think Erland is Team Norway right now. He's pushing forward, driving himself really hard. I was thinking this earlier. I know Erland's a bigger, more powerful rider, that this kind of false flatty climb at the end might suit him better than a straight uphill. I think the straight uphill would have suited Bear Remy better. Erland pushing here, getting into second place. He needs to score huge points, and Bear Remy, dude, yeah, you need to score some huge points as well, dude. Oh, wow. USA here. There's Shanik in 7th place. Velo Buke, Ukrainian rider. Stefan Schmidt, top 10 rider now. Fascinating here. Fascinating stuff, folks. Here we go to the finish, folks. We've already had Breers cross the finish line. Oratzi's coming. Erland's saying, dude, I need this second place. Erland's got more power at the finish, folks. Second place. Third place for Oratzi. Fourth place looks like it's going to Bear Remy. I missed it. I think it went to Bear Remy. Scone gets 5th for Ukraine. USA, Nelson's going to come in 6th. We got a little bit of a breather, folks. Jesse saying, I agree, definite advantage with the virtual gearing. Yeah, so when I say virtual gearing, I'm not picking on smart bikes, but it's really easy to do with the smart bike. But yeah, I can do the same thing with mine. I can take my mechanical and put virtual shifting on, and then I can have such a wide range of gears. It's not physically possible on a mechanical bike. It's just the way it is. Black Lobo, I ride my hardtail with a 32 front chainring and the virtual cog on the back. All the gear. Exactly, dude. That's what I mean. Yep. Bashok saying Zwift and ROUVY has that realism level right. ROUVY doesn't have that. Yeah, it's true. So yeah, Zwift will have a trainer difficulty and trainer realism. Okay, Bashok Sonori. Yeah, well, second. Yeah, Erling got second, and I think Bear Remy got fourth there. I think. Let me just jump back in there. I gotta watch this now. So we got Norway in second, and I think we have Norway in fourth. I know David was saying there's some live results somewhere. Maybe I can quickly do that. I've still got some time, don't I? I've got 600 meters, you guys, of time to get back there. Result stages. Let me see if I can look at the details here. Standings. We do have standings, folks. Bear Remy. Okay, we got to figure this out. Standings. I don't see Erland's name in the standings yet. It's got Breers in first, Bear Remy second, Skull in third, Nelson fourth. Where is Erland? I don't see Erland in those standings. Sorry, folks. I might have been looking at an earlier stage. Could have been an earlier stage there. I don't want to miss this, though. I'm flipping between screens. Velobuk. Velobuk just lights it up for Ukraine, folks. Lighting it up. Remember, Skone's already finished. Skone finished top 5. Oh, here comes Shunik. 13 watts a kilo. He is not messing around here. Shunik will take 7th place for Poland. Still riding 11 watts a kilo through the finish line strong. Velobuk for Ukraine comes in. I thought Carroll was right there with them. I think Carroll was there right with him. He must have just crossed behind. Badiscom now knows he needs to score some good points here. He's just ahead of Stefan. Stefan will take points away from Badiscom here, it looks like. Stefan going for it. So those were points. You remember all these... Ooh, look at this. Isidoro comes through now. With Badiscom. Takes it back. I think... Ooh, the Italian took it from the Norwegian there. But good comeback by Badiscom there. Here's Simon. 30-something meters to go to the finish. Another Polish rider coming in. Another Daniel's here as well. Ooh, Poland's finishing very well here, folks. Poland is finishing very well. Here's this Dutch. This guy rode by himself forever. Nico. Rode by himself forever. Ontaro, another Polish rider coming in. I think we've already had top 3 pole riders finish, though. I'm going to back up a little bit here. What I'm going to do is we'll take a look back here. Here's Chris Dark with Carrie Ann still. Where did Dustin go? I don't see... Oh, here's Dustin. Looks like Dustin's fallen back a little bit with Tonda, Heike Hart, Peter Oldgitz, Carrie Ann, and Chris Dark. Riding together perfectly. We're just going to hit the chat again. Oh, yeah. So this does say stage 1. Races. I want the final. Oh, it does say here. This is the final. Okay. Maybe I am here. Okay. This is better. Breers 33, first place. Erland, second place. So we've got Norwegians in second and fourth. That's 242 points and 237 points for those two. Breers gets 245, but there's only one UK rider in the top 10. The Italian gets 239 points. Skone gets 235. Nelson gets 230. Shunik gets 227. Yeah, this is good. Velobuk gets 224. So obviously 242 and 2. It's going to come down to a third place rider. Badiscom has finished. Let me take a look. Okay, so not all the riders are showing up yet. Shunik is our top finishing Pole. Skone's our top finishing Ukrainian. I'm going to jump back into chat. Yeah, I think Norway's got it, because I think Badiscom finished quite high as well. Orazio, I think he got second place. Okay, hang on. I gotta go back again. Orazio got third place overall, so the Italian got a third place. And yeah, I can see right now we've already had 3 Poles finish. Shunik in 7th, and then we got Daniel in 12th, Mark Rowe in 14th. So that's the 3 that are going to count. And Antaro, just to note here, finished in 15th. 2 Poles finishing together. So they've scored their 3. We do have 3 Ukrainians finish as well. 5th place, 8th place, and 13th place. Ooh, Ukraine's sitting pretty good right now. Sitting pretty good. I need a calculator to do all this. I'm looking for the 3rd finishing Norwegian, which I'm positive is Badiscom. So yeah, Tanya saying right here, Stefan, best German so far, 12th place. Very good. Ukraine, yeah, Bashak saying he thinks Ukraine is in 2nd place, Poland in 3rd. Yeah, you're right. And I'm positive Badiscom's already crossed the finish line. It just needs to update. Okay, Bashak saying that Badiscom's showing up now on Nightior. So check out these live results, folks, which I think is really cool. That's a FaceTime from my daughter who's down in Mexico. See what I do for you guys? Just ignore the kid. I just put her on silent. I just silenced her. Oh, okay, there we go. Now he shows up. Yeah. So Norway's won this, guys. The Norwegians had 2nd place, 4th place. The brother combination of Bear Remy and Badiscom gets 10th place overall for Team Norway. We've got 1 Czech in the top 10. We've got 2 Ukrainians, 1 U.S. rider, 1 Pole. And who is this? Orazio, why do you have that flag? Breers 33, 1st place. Gets 245 points. Really good for Breers. UK team probably won't place that high because their next riders are a little bit further back. It's interesting, that takes points away from other people, but that's how it goes. M4B now finished in 21st place. See, these guys are, yeah, here's Chris Dark. So this is our 2nd place UK rider. Ooh, there's Rude Bars again. De Guder, Svard, Maxim still doing it. This guy's had some struggles today, I think, with his disconnects. Again, here he is riding well. He's taking a little bit here. He's back to his 4s, 5 watts per kilo, but I think he's had disconnects that have messed up his race. Hopefully he'll say something. Here he comes to the finish now. 20th place. 29th place will be Svard. 30th place, De Gutter. Okay, and Rude Bars. Okay, they're all getting close to the finish here now. See how long we'll kick around. If the chat stays busy, I'll kick around, guys. We are 1.5 hours. Dude, this stream will be gigantic. I did one a couple days ago, and my stream upload. So, ooh, look at this. Carrie Ann goes for it. I gotta watch this. Here's Carrie Ann pushing 7 watts a kilo at the finish. Breaks away from Chris Dark. They've caught Rude Bars. Chris is trying to power it up now. It's up to 5 watts a kilo here, finishing nicely. Carrie Ann digging all the way. Top lady finisher here. Might catch De Gutter at the finish. Oh no, De Gutter's just going to finish ahead of her. 40-meter gap. I think De Gutter saw her coming and just kind of turned it up a little bit there. Great job, Carrie Ann. Great job, Chris. Rude Bars, you too, dude. Double discs, that probably hurt him today. Peter Oldgit coming in. Heike Hart. Tonda. Here's Dustin. Jetro, Canadian here. Guys, if you're interested, if you care or not, don't forget Swift Games is on today. And yes, that is Elite Racing. They're back. This was announced probably, I think they only announced it late February. Officially, we're back. I heard some podcasts where they were saying it would happen. They had to send out a firmware update to the Wahoo users and I think the Dorito users to get their machines kind of more recalibrated. Olga is really cheering for Scone here. Says Scone is the best. Bashak says Norway won, which they did. But yeah, so I think Zwift game starts. I think it starts streaming around 10 o'clock my time, and so they have a. I like the format. They have a sprint championships, which is 2 stages. I don't know what the break is in between. The way they did it last year, they had stage 1 a sprint, stage 2 a sprint, and then the final, and it gets whittled down every time. It went from like 150 riders down to 30. After 30, it went to 10. And real money involved. I think the total purse for Zwift games this year for the elites is, I think it's about $115,000. Remember, there'll be payouts for stage 1, payouts for stage 2. There will be a sprint champion, and then they do it, I think next weekend they do the hill climb championship. So they pick, I'm not sure how they're going to do this year actually. I think last year they did a couple of climbs and then a finishing one, kind of the same as a sprint. And then they had they had one at the end, I think they call it the Epic, which is a longer race, not an easy race. I think it was 80 plus kilometers last year, and everyone got to come back in. So it's kind of like the World Championship, where basically anyone can win on any given day. It's not a GC thing where multiple stages. It's just run what you brung, show up, and if you win on this day, you are the world champion, even though you may not be capable of winning the Tour de France. I guess that's how I want to put it. 38th place, Wally D here. Alexi, Phil Vett. So you can see that all today, and GCN streaming it. I know that. I think they need a North American voice. They need to contact me. Let me do some of it for you bros. Let me do some of it. It's going to be all British talk today, folks. Tea and crumpets and whatnot. Whatever. Just kidding. Guess what? Oh, yeah, I can pull this one out. Guys, I'm allowed to say that because I was born there. You know when people do that? But I'm allowed to say that because, yeah, I lived there for one day when I was a kid. So, spent 5 years there before we came across to Canada. Also lived in South Africa, so I can say stuff about South Africa too. I'm allowed to. Here's Hardy, GRC rider, riding solo. Ooh, just ahead of Marin here. Let's watch the finish here. Ooh, riders coming in. Jetro's coming in next with Alexi. Alexi powering through at almost 7 watts a kilo. Jetro, 5. Here comes Niels Burnham, 12 watts a kilo. Thank you. Strong finish by the Dane here. Strong finish. That's a sprint finish, folks. Just lights it up, gets the gap, and holds it. Lots of good finishers coming in here, folks. Bar Triple T, Alexi, Phil Vett. There's Jetro now. Mike Hagan will be crossing the finish line. Just did. So Mike just crossed the finish line. Here's a name I haven't seen all day. Another Russian rider here. Komin. Igor Komin. Is Komin Igor. Okay. He'll be finishing in 45th place. 46th place is Gronin. Hanging with Hardy for a little bit here. Hardy's got just under a kilometer to go. And yep, looks like it'll be starting to get quiet in here. I think most of the top end guys are done, but there's still riders out there, folks. I'm going to have to jump here soon. I'm at 1 hour and 35 minutes. This file will be gigantic. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier, I did a race through the week. I think it was Muckers on Thursday. My file was 26 gigs. So if you're coming to this like an hour from now and you're like, oh man, it's only in standard definition. Well, because it's 26 gigs to upload. And as fast as your internet may be, YouTube doesn't process it that fast. You may get there'll be a standard def upload right away. That HD may take 12, 14, 18 hours. You know, there's a lot of processing going on in the background. So, because I've had people come forward, yeah, it doesn't look very good. Well, dude, that's kind of out of my control. Streaming everything in HD here. But it's the processing of YouTube. You're not getting it all right away, and there will be internet hiccups. I am on the Starlink, so works really good, I think. There will be limitations at times, though. I heard there's a new European version of Starlink coming up. I'm not sure if they're going to be over here. Probably not, maybe. I guess who knows. Maxim UK here, Ukrainian rider coming in with Hardy. I think what I'll do... think we'll stick around to the top 50 because that gives these guys are all going to finish in the next couple 100 meters, next couple minutes, and then I can get on with my day because I got to get outside for this dude showing up. The batteries have been dead all week, all winter in my trailer. I hope they're charged. I hope the slides will work. I got to get it plugged in. So for all the other riders, I apologize. I can't stick around to the end. This stream, it'll be such a huge file. So yeah, we got Maxim finishing now, coming in with Hardy here. Brutal race again, folks. Brutal race. Maxim pushing harder now, 6.5, 7 watts kilo here. Hardy coming back at 8 though. Hardy the German says, yeah, man, I got something left. Ooh, Maxim, these two are evenly matched here. Got a 5-meter gap. I think Hardy's saying that's enough. That's enough. I'm satisfied with this position. And this is my dude texting me now. Okay, he's here in 2.5 hours. Okay, so Hardy's going to finish 48th. We should have 49th finishing right away. Here's Marin. And then in 50th place, we're going to have Stanislav Piachak. I know I just destroyed your name, but that's what we're doing here, folks. Okay, so Stanislav, level 84 Rider 2, finishing in 50th place. Guys, whew, that was a long stream. Long stream, love it. I would stick around longer if I could, but I got to get back to this guy. I got to call my daughter. I got to get outside. Riders, thanks for watching. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for liking the video. We'll see you around. See ya.